It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates Country Financial, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and First Southern Bank.
Most people understand the need for life insurance, but not many want to talk about why it's essential to your financial plan. It may seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Don't get overwhelmed. Get started with Country Financial. Call me, Sean O'Quinn, today at 588-1051 and let me work with you to find life insurance that gives you the protection you need at a price you can afford.
Life insurance policies issued by Country Life Insurance Company and Country Investors Life Assurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup, dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup Big Dog Country Radio. 6 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Tuesday morning is the 14th day of September. Good morning, Bob. How you doing?
Good.
Doing good. Well, we've got guests here, there, and yonder. We got guests in here. We got guests out in the green room. We got the band boosters out there in the green room, but we have a special guest in the studio with us right now. Who do we have, Bob?
We'll continue to interview the candidates running for city council here in Jessup and Scriven. Today we have Pam Schumann in running for District 2 against the incumbent Dawn Darden. Appreciate you being here on the show.
Thank you so much.
We all know who you are, but there's people out there that don't know who. So tell us a little bit about who Pam Schumann is.
I am Pamela Schumann. Most people know me by Dr. Pamela Schumann. Let me start out by telling you what I do now, and then I'll go back to where this all began. Right now, I work at the Wayne County Board of Education. I am the Director of Student Services and Pre-K. Some of the other things that I do when it comes to community involvement is I'm on the executive board for the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. I am over education because I am an educator.
Makes sense.
The other thing I do is work with partners in education because I am an educator. One of the other things that I wanted to mention is Leadership Wayne. Leadership Wayne is under the umbrella of the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. And I love Leadership Wayne, very fond of Leadership Wayne because, again, it's education. It's taking district leaders on field trips, on monthly field trips, to see exactly what Jessup has to offer. And that's one of my true beginnings. Back in 2016, I was a member of Leadership Wayne. And my eyes open to everything that our district or our Wayne County has to offer. So that's when this really began, of me really getting involved when it comes to community work. Something else that I do, again, everything seems to revolve around education when it comes to Pamela Schumann. One of the other things that I do is CASA. That's a court-appointed special advocate, where we go out and we look at the foster care system. We talk to students and anybody, and I shouldn't say students, I should say any child, anybody involved with that child, we interview those people. And once we get those people interviewed, we go back to the judge and say, hey, what's the best living arrangement for that child? So that is CASA, one of the things that I am very passionate about. Miss Pam Holmes, and I'm going to throw in a plug, and I'm going to name drop today if y'all don't mind. Miss Pam Holmes is over CASA, and we're always looking for volunteers. I started out as a volunteer, and now I'm actually on the board for CASA. One of the other things that I'm proud of is my sorority, and that is Zeta Phi Beta sorority. So those are the things that I'm involved in right now. So now, if you don't mind, I'll take you back to where all of this started. My mother's name is the late Lillian Carter. My dad's name is Albert George Morgan, and everybody knows him by Bob. So my dad's name is Bob Morgan. So I thought that was funny. My life began back Kingston, Jamaica, down in the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. And like I said, Lillian Carter is my mother. Most people know my mother. And when they see me, they always jerk back like, oh my goodness, is Lillian still alive? Because I am made in her image. And again, my father's name is Bob Morgan. I do have 2 adult children. I have a young man and a young lady. I don't know if any of you, and again, I'm going to name drop. My husband's name was Dickie Schumann. We were married over 25 years. I lost him a few years ago, December 2017, to leukemia. One of the greatest losses of my life. But anyway, he was instrumental in helping me, again, be the woman that I am. I'll give you a little bit of background. My educational career started out here in Wayne County. As a matter of fact, born and raised in Jessup, graduated Wayne County High School in 1990. I'm going to name drop one more time. There were 2 women that really pushed me forward. One's name is Miss Denise Voiles, very sound mathematics teacher. The other one's name is Jane Bennett. The late Jane Bennett. I always feel like that I owe them at this point because they truly invested in me. And that's one of the reasons that I came back to Wayne County, to invest in a community and an educational system that invested in me. But anyway, very sound mathematical background from them. So when I made it to Georgia Southern from 90 to 94, I majored in mathematics because, again, of those 2 teachers that pushed me forward, that propelled me. Let's see what else I can tell you. And that's one of the things that I am passionate about is numbers. If and when I become elected as Jessup City Commissioner for District 2, my mathematical sense takes me forward to being able to review and make suggestions on a good budget, because I know that we have to do well by all of the money that's given to us through taxes. And then also the salaries of those people that are employed in the city, I will have to review that as well. So I'm going to stop right there. There is more for me to tell, but I'm going to allow you to ask questions before I move forward.
Well, my first question is, like I said, you've been in education your whole life, so the question is why enter the political arena? I'm just curious, what made you decide to run for city council? Very
good question. There are 2 reasons there. One, I'm nearing retirement. I've been doing this for almost 30 years now. I'm around about 50 years old, so it's time for me to retire, time for me to hang up that hat. So I'm looking for other things to do and always investing back in the community. I left here for a little while when I first started teaching. So all of my teaching, during my teaching career, it was in Liberty County. So I lived in Jessup, but I would commute back and forth to Liberty County. So I spent 13 years there of teaching and working at their board office. And then I came here in an administrative role, and I've been here now for 15 years. So again, it's time to hang up the educational hat. But what I did, I reviewed the current list of city commissioners, county commissioners. And I can't, or I don't see anyone that has an education background. And I feel like for our city to continue to move forward, we need that educational voice there, because the educational system is what gets people to come here, to move here, to work at Rainier and our other businesses. If they know that we have a sound school system, they're willing to come. So I want to be that voice there.
Boots been in education. Boot talk.
He has as a county commissioner. Right. Can you think of anybody else on the city commissioners?
I thought you said city and county.
I did say city and county. I did say city and council, county, and Boot Thomas has. Mr. James Boot Thomas has. But city, I could not find one.
Well, speaking of city committee, it's always tough to beat an incumbent, and Don Darden's been there for quite some time. So how do you unseat the incumbent and is there an issue with Dawn Darden in that district?
I don't think there is an issue with Don Darden. As a matter of fact, I know Mr. Don Darden through Leadership Wayne. That was my first experience meeting him. So I don't think there is an issue. I just feel like that I have something to bring to the table. My educational background is one. My mathematical sense is another. Being the director of pre-K, I currently manage a budget of over $1 million when it comes to teacher salaries, giving them information on how to instruct our children, enrolling them in the school district. The other thing that I have is I have a technology degree, and I have a master's degree in technology. I want to move our district forward when it comes to being efficient and effective in the area of technology as well. So I just feel like I have a background that lends itself to bringing Wayne County, Jessup forward. And not just my community, not just my district. And I'll give you this, my district consists of pretty much where I was raised.
Right. I was going to ask you, what is District 2 for those that may not, what's it entail?
What does District 2 entail? Pretty much where I was raised in Bay Acres, under the Jessup Housing Authority. So that's my beginning. Like I said, my parents started out Kingston, Jamaica, around that area. But when they came back, when my mom came back to her family, who's from Wayne County, we moved in Bay Acres, stayed there till I was like 12, 13 years old. So that's my district. Now I live, and I'm gonna call out what we call the different areas where I live. I live where you call it across the bay. Across the bay, the face of it has truly changed from when I moved there 25 years ago to where it is now. And I want to get it back up to what I remember it being when I was a child. All of the kids out playing, grass cut, everything neat. Everybody, it was unity in our little community. And then when I move on up 4th Street, on each side of North 4th Street, Sutton Street, Southwick Street, over in that area. And then when I come back on the other side, like 3rd Street Lane, in that area, and a little bit on up 4th Street.
And how many registered voters in the district?
I have 645 registered voters, but it's more people in my district. So what I do have, I am hosting a voter registration drive on September the 30th, right at Hall Richardson Center. So I do have 645, and I'm like, whoa. I thought it would be so many more than that, but it's only 645.
I got you. I've seen you at the city meetings. I'm sure you know what's going on. They're looking for a city manager that's going to be hired probably before the election. So your thoughts on that? A lot of the people running are upset, saying they need to wait. So do you have any thoughts on that?
Listen, they had a plan, I'm sure. A plan that they rolled out, and they rolled it out gradually, just as I do when I roll out programs in our school system. They rolled it out gradually, and I'm going to believe that they're doing what's in the best interest of the people of Wayne County or the people in the city. I would want to be one of the ones that has a say in that, thinking or believing that I will be elected on November the 2nd, possibly to be installed in January. I feel like it should wait, but I am pretty sure that a sound decision was made to go ahead and move forward with the selection of the city manager. So I'm going to leave that there.
And one thing, if you do get elected, I'm sure you'll be dealing with, I'm sure you're familiar with the lawsuits the city's facing. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm a bit knowledgeable about that as well. Being a part of Leadership Wayne, some of the people that are involved in that lawsuit were members of Leadership Wayne at that time. Like I said, I always give big props to the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce and the Leadership Wayne adventure for me. It just took me so many different places, from being a participant to being a shadow for that program to then lead that program. And I met a lot of people through that, going to doing local government, doing healthcare day, and all of the different field trips that Wayne County leaders went on. It lent itself to me meeting a lot of people. So yes, I am aware of that lawsuit. And I do a lot of research. I'm always looking for information to make the best decisions for not the greater good, but that will move our district forward. So I'm there with you, and I'm aware of it. So
what are your thoughts of it? I mean,
what are my thoughts? I gave you my thoughts. My thoughts are I will do more research, and I know about it, but and I met the people that's involved. And I'll do some more research to see how this is going to play out.
Mm-hmm. Well, as Butch said, we got more guest agreements, so I'll just close that. If you get elected, what are some things you'd like to see done for the district? You have a plan, and is there something you would like to see done for your district, or?
just to get it back up to the standard that I remember from 25 years ago when I first moved into that district. It has really gone down a bit. I just want to bring it back up to standard so that it's equal to every other district that's surrounding it. Not saying that it's anything, I still live there. And I think it's a great place to live. I will not be moving anytime soon. Just to bring it up to standard, just bring it back up just a little bit, and to let everybody know that we're a part of Wayne County. And I always believe we are Wayne County.
Well, we appreciate you coming in on the show. Wish you the best of luck. Again, how's the campaign going? People say with the COVID, some are going door to door, some aren't. What's your campaign strategy? How are you seeing the people?
I'm doing a little bit of everything. And like I said, I have a master's degree in technology, so I'm well versed in robocalls. I am always exercising, so I get out and walk, and that's how I know where my neighborhood is, where my district is when it comes to the cleanliness of the area. By me getting out, walking, and checking things out, I am going from home to home, masked up, asking, can I put signs in yards, hanging door knockers on doors, leaving business cards on those doors, not necessarily seeing a face at this moment, because I want to be safe, and I want the person whose home I'm going to also be safe. So, again, I just want to be the change to bring our district up to where it needs to be.
We appreciate you coming in. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so very much.
Once again, why should folks vote for Pam Schuman for district? I guess Pam didn't hear me.
I am in District 2, Jessup City Commissioner, District 2. And again, my name is Pamela Schuman, and I want to be the change.
All right. Just wanted to introduce you one more time in case people just tuned in. Said, who was that? Okay, Pamela Schuman. All right, 819, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. Band Boosters in the green room. They'll be on the air in just a moment.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast. Patchy fog early, otherwise mostly sunny. East breeze, highs upper 80s. Patchy fog after midnight, low around 70. Wednesday, patchy fog early, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Then more partly sunny, a 40% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, upper 80s. Thursday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the Georgia 811 Weather Center. Contact 811 before you dig.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
821, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Bob, who do we have?
We got the band boosters in, the band director, Mr. McGee, so not sure what they're here to talk about. I think they still got the fundraiser. Is that what they're talking about today, Farrell?
Farrell?
Yes.
Farrell Cooksey.
Okay. This is Farrell Cooksey. I am the band booster president. Here with us this morning, we have Mr. Deshaun McGee, who is our Wayne County High School band director. We have Miss Cindy Hughes back here. She is our vice president, and we came to talk about our competition on November 6th. We will be doing our competition on November 6th. We are moving forward with having our competition on November 6th. There are things outside of our control that may or may not happen. But we are moving forward with the plans to host a competition here in Wayne County. We did this in November of 2019. We had 17 bands, I think, come in that day from all across Georgia. I think we had one from South Carolina that day. It was a pretty good impact for our fundraiser side of it. It was also a pretty good impact for Wayne County as a whole. We had our groups from Warner Robins, which they didn't play nice because they didn't leave the campus. They brought their own food truck to feed their students with that day. It was pretty cool. But Mr. McGee, anything that you need to throw into this?
Yeah, we had Valdosta State University. Their band came and performed. They were planning on coming again this year. We'll have a lot of students in the stands, spread out, social distance with it. Just try to mitigate some things. But with this competition, we're asking for community support and some help.
Yep. Okay, so back to me. Some of the things that we are asking for Wayne County to hopefully step up and do. We have sponsorship stuff that's available. We have our platinum level, which is our logo on the shirt and our ad competition and our competition program that we'll be doing. Halftime show recognition. We will have a sponsorship plaque, and we will do recognition on the Butch and Bob Show. So when it's done, we'll come back on here and recognize them. That is our platinum level for $1,500 and up. We have a gold level sponsorship, which is, again, it's going to be on our competition program. You won't get your logo on our shirt, so spend the extra money and get the platinum. We have the gold sponsorships are $1,000 to $1,499. Our silver sponsorship is $500 to $999. Our bronze is $250 to $499. And if you are interested in any of these, please call me at 912-294-5947, or you can get in touch with Miss Cindy Hughes. First Horizon is going to be our presenting sponsor. They have stepped up to the plate to give us a presenting sponsorship donation. So you can get in touch with us. We are a 501c3 corporation, so you do get a tax break for us. Going into where we need our community as well is in volunteers. It takes a small little army to do this. We have logistics, which will be moving equipment to and from the competition site from all of our different parking lot areas. For that, we will need about 7 to 8 buggies and trailers. In 2019, we had Ag Pro down in Brunswick donated 4 John Deere Gators and trailers for that competition. Those are not even available right now because they don't have them to sell. The one that we got for our fundraiser is still not here. It's not due until November 3rd now. That's how far out these pieces of equipment are. So in the community, if you have a Polaris Ranger, a John Deere Gator, a Kawasaki Mule. I don't know all the different names of them, but we need things like that, and we need trailers to be able to pull equipment from the staging area out by Orange Street through the practice field and then over to the competition field. We will have, once again, the Board of Education has stepped up. We will have everything available over on between Orange Street, the library, and I cannot remember the name of that street to the left of the field. But anyhow, we have everything over there in the old high school facility.
Reserved.
Mr. McGee, you're the band director, right? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Where's the numbers at?
Right now, we're on the marching band.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting. A couple of years ago, they went to Philadelphia, took over close to 150 people. Like Friday night, I look out there, I don't see a lot of kids in the band. Where are the numbers at?
So right now, we're sitting at 120 for the marching program. We don't require all of the students. I've got about 40 kids that don't do marching band. Wow. When it comes to just the student, because they have a lot of interest. And so if I require them, hey, you can do this, then they won't be able to do any other stuff. So I'm one of those type band directors that are looking to share their students with other programs so that way we don't kill someone else's program with it, and they still support. And so they're still in the concert band program because some of them say, I just want to do sit-down band.
They're not performing on Friday nights. I mean, most people look at Friday night. That's the big night. To have the band, and when they're out there, it just doesn't look like there's a lot of people out there on the field. Yeah. So, I mean, it used to be a big band, and so loud. I mean,
and what happened when the 2020 hit and, we did the shutdown, the recruiting, we weren't able to recruit. So, of course, it's going to take a little bit to get back in it, but now we're on the up and up. And so y'all should see that within the next year or two.
Are the middle school numbers better than the high school numbers? Or
they're getting there too. And so again, going back to when 2020 hit and we had the shutdown, no one was able to recruit. We couldn't recruit the 5th graders to go into the middle school bands. We couldn't recruit the 9th graders to go in, rising 9th graders to go into our band. We were trying to do blitz, call them, but the whole face-to-face contact, hey, I'm in the band room, in the middle school band room, trying to get, faced with a name. That didn't happen in March. And so that was kind of what contributed to our recession of numbers. And so this year we did pick up. We've got a new band director, Arthur Williams. We have Mr. Harper over at Martha Puckett, and he's doing a good job, recruiting those 6th graders. And even my wife, who's a 5th grade teacher, has been pushing band because she was in band when she was also in high school. So that's just another thing,
I was just curious. I just don't see a lot of people out there on Friday night performing. What's in years past. Years past, it used to be a big Wayne County High School band out there performing. In the last couple of years, I just don't see a lot of people out there in the band. So
when I got here, we were ranging 150,
so
whatnot.
Just because you're in the band, you don't have to perform on Friday nights. What you're telling me?
No, it is basically we recruit all the kids. We highly encourage them to do it. And then some have ailments, some have different things that doesn't allow them to.
Basically, with the semester system the way we are, a student can, and all the different pathways and all the different credits that they're trying to achieve. One of the things that McGee has is you have concert band season that starts the 2nd semester. You have marching band season and performance season that is 1st semester. From there, these students have so many different pathways that they're trying to get all these different credits for. The dual enrollment side that we see now is a big push for our students to do dual enrollment with a college. That also takes up some of that credit space, that time during their day that they could devote to band. We've lost a lot of band students because your band students are your high achieving students on the campus. They are doing a lot of dual enrollment. You've got band students that in their junior year are taking freshman college classes. So when they're moving in that pathway, we're also losing that block at the high school schedule when they're seniors. So it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. As boosters, one of the things that we're doing is trying to recruit those parents in middle school. Hey, look, keep your kid in band. Help encourage them from the middle school program over to the high school program. We've been trying to step up and get in touch with parents at middle schools. This is a very artistic form for your student. Encourage them to stay in band. We lost a lot from middle school to high school just because there's only so much time throughout the day to be there.
It's also affecting the crowd on Friday night. Like I told people, the band parents always came. Football coach, if we're winning, they stayed. If they were losing, they were all gone and they'd leave. But they were always there to support the band. The stands were full, but the
band parents do roll out big.
Right. They show up.
They
do show up.
Aunties.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of tickets sold. So when your band goes from 150 down to what it is, that's what's affecting the crowd. I keep telling the football coach it has nothing to do with the football team. It's the band parents that aren't there. The band's not as big as it used to be. So all those aunts, uncles, parents, grandparents, they're not there. So.
And we also have to keep in mind that during this COVID season, we can't really compare it to what was, prior to. So we also have to look at, okay, are we comparing apples to oranges or, apples to apples? Did the previous band directors have to perform during a pandemic, whatnot? And I try to encourage and educate everybody on those facts because, I talked to one person. I said, if you can find some folks that were dealing with what we are dealing with now in society, and they have some, hey, this is what I did when we had to deal with a pandemic back in the dark,
I understand that, but I'm just saying, it just seems like year after year, it just seemed, I was just amazed how few people were out there playing instruments on Friday night. I was counting. I just didn't see a lot.
And on top of that,
the majorettes are they still got a lot of those. Those are good, and the cheerleaders are there. But the band, as far as people playing instruments, it just looks like it's dwindled over the past several years. So I was just curious why that is.
Our kids nowadays don't handle heat as well either. My middle son is on base 4, and Bob, he hates marching season because of how hot it is. He's like, Daddy, and he's fair skinned. We come from a long line of redheads in my house, so we're fair skinned. You turn a light on for too long and we get sunburned. But Jace has done really well adapting to the heat with his big floppy hat, trying to cover it all.
Well, let's get back to the fundraising event and make sure you get the information you wanted to get.
Once again, November 6th, we are doing our Wayne County High School band competition here at JC Stadium, Donaldson Madry Field, whatever it's called nowadays.
Donaldson Madry Hoss Field. Don't forget Lynn Hoss.
Lynn Hoss. We are doing our competition November 6th. It is an all-day event. We will have food vendors set up. I'm waiting on one to tell me about one of the concession stands up front. The last time to bring in the football team, the football touchdown club really helped us out a lot. They brought in football players throughout the day, and they were runners. They did different things for us. They were extremely supportive of our competition. But we have food vendors that we're reaching out to. I think the last competition we had Hog and Bones, we had Zaxby's, we had funnel cakes, which the funnel cake maker may or may not be there yet. I'm working with him now. I just gave him some information a while ago. So we'll have food vendors that'll be set up there so that we can try to keep people there as much as possible. If not, we'll find a way for them to be able to get out in the community, go eat lunch at the other restaurants around, the just south of Athens, Alex's, the Hillbillies Grill and Barbecue, the Western Citizen. We're going to try to find, we're going to do armbands this year, so that way they'll be able to come and go. But we want those food trucks and food vendors there so that they can really support them here on campus.
We do have a text message concerning something like that. It says, business participation in the band competition, are they accepting vendors to set up?
Yes, we are. You can give me a call at 912-294.
Let me write this down real quick in case somebody asks. 294
5947.
5947.
Miss Cindy's number is 912 266 7377. That's Miss Cindy Hughes. She's like my right arm on all this stuff. Actually, I'm probably closer to her right arm. She does a lot of this work. I do want to give a shout out to the booster board. Miss Cindy, that you hear bits and pieces behind us, is our vice president. Miss Donna Barnhart is our treasurer. Miss Veronica Ravenel is our co-treasurer, and then Miss Kimberly Crawford is our secretary. If you see these ladies in the community, please pat them on the back, because they make me look good, and that's a hard job for them. But we're asking for the parents, we're asking for the community to come out, come see what this band competition is like. Come visit us. That afternoon, we will have a show that'll be done by our band, but we will also have Valdosta State University will be over here doing a band. It gives our students an opportunity to see what that next level looks like on campus.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any text messages?
Well, I'm trying to see here, but something's popped up here on the screen. I don't know where in the world. See all this stuff popping up on the screen? Where in the world is that stuff coming from? There we go. I think we got one more text message here. Let me get back to it here. I just love these pop-ups. You're sitting there just reading something, and then it suddenly just pops up.
If you do have any other questions, they can reach out to us through our Facebook page, the Wayne County Band Boosters and Wayne County Marching Band pages. All of our sponsorship information will be on there. There will also be an opportunity for you to tell us some of the areas that maybe you'd like to donate your time. It's not always about money. It's donating your time as well. We will list out the different areas that we need: registration, hospitality, general support, logistics, food support, airgrams, spirit pops. Unless you've been to a band competition, you don't understand the importance of airgrams and spirit pops. And then
kids love it.
Just being there.
All right. Well, good. Good luck with that. And if you need to come back on again to promote it, we'll be glad to have you back on again.
That'll work.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care, y'all. Have a great day. Bob, have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Quinn & Associates, Country Financial, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and First Southern Bank.